think, because people can't get budgets approved. So they're like, we want to book you, but we can't get it approved yet.
That's rough.
Just a heads up, we are going on stream.
Cool.
So
that's not my problem.
No, I know. It was more for Drip to know that this conversation is now
being recorded.
Right, exactly. Is now public.
No, all the conversations are being recorded because I record everything.
Okay. There you go.
That may or may not be legal in whatever state each person is in. I'm just going to give you a heads up.
No. That's only a problem if you go to use it for anything.
Yep.
Right.
You are not recording.
No, it's not.
Anything.
It's not if you only go to use it for anything. That's a violation of the wiretap laws, regardless of whether you use it.
Good luck catching me.
Well, now I have this recorded that said that you recorded.
He actually just strings it together for friend montages that he just watches when he's in.
Good.
At home, alone, and sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have not heard back from Bungo or from Sizzler, so we'll get started. So, Ivaris, would you like to do us the honors and give us a recap of Boys Night?
Yeah, it was a shit show. Recap over.
Okay, maybe a little more in depth, please.
Yes, let me chew my broccoli because it's good radio.
Strangely enough, I'm also having broccoli.
I'm having Five Guys.
I'm chewing gum.
Nice. So last week, we came downstairs and discovered ourselves a small goblin, civilization. A large goblin tribe, some 200 or so goblins in a large room. They had some market stalls set up. And on our way in, we discovered some goblins building a stage. And it looked like there was a goblin prisoner nearby that had been strung up in chains. And we got some information from the goblin prisoner and then hired them as our guide and liberated them from their chains and decided that we would go in and talk to these seemingly civilized goblins and find out what was what on this level and figure out what we were going to do down here. So we made our way into the area. A couple people hung back and started trying to construct a Trojan Goblin King statue for Sizzler to try to get himself snuck into the king's treasure room. And I went to go talk to the Goblin King and try to get some information through diplomacy. And Ulfgar decided that he wanted a beer. And Ulfgar took the beer from a market stall and drank it without paying. This was after we had found out from the goblin prisoner that we had freed that they had been punished to death for stealing food. This caused something of a disturbance, wherein Ulfgar got in a large fight with a bunch of goblins who beat the shit out of him. And then he got eaten by Roberto so that his body could not be stabbed further and killed instantly. Then he was healed. This caused something of a diplomatic incident, and now we owe the Goblin King the head of Shun, the Drow, who is one of the two groups that have performed kidnappings on this level. So now we are setting out to behead Shun, the Drow, and possibly deal with the leader of the other group of kidnappers. If we do both, we can maybe get some rewards from the Goblin King. And then we had some potion nonsense. And now Alden Bitteroot is a tiny baby and Ulfgar's hair is all on illusory fire. Also, he exploded into a fireball.
Ivaris, your recaps are so accurate. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
All right, so does anyone have any questions about any of those wild events, although they were very, very accurately described by Ivaris?
Alden is a baby?
Yeah. Goo goo gaga.
That is about the
Like,
extent of it, yes.
Yes,
mentally
Alden.
a
drank a
baby or
potion.
just physically a baby?
Both.
Ah.
I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't clear. Alden, do you
That
feel
wasn't
like?
actually clear.
Yeah, do you feel like you're mentally a
Did
baby?
it say just
I feel
becomes
like
a baby?
giant baby,
Let
but
me-
small.
Let me look at the text.
Yeah, you probably know better than I would.
No, I think you are just you. I don't know. It's not clear. Well, let's say that you just your form turns into that of an infant child of the same race.
But
You're
you are
not-
mentally an adult.
Yes, you're mentally Alden, like the normal age Alden, but your form is that of a baby Alden.
So do I talk?
You can talk.
Okay, well, what age of
But
baby are
you
we
have,
talking
like,
about?
a
Like, has
very
his
high
larynx
pitch-
stored?
He's an infant, so
Okay.
infant age, but he can talk. And strangely enough, his voice is like that of like super high pitched child.
Okay.
Alden
Like,
Bitteroot,
even
so
much.
tender and mild.
Alden Bitteroot. I can't even do my
Can
voice.
he walk?
Oh, Bitteroot.
Yeah, perfect.
Can he
I don't
walk?
think he can walk.
I was like, is it his kneecaps fully formed? Is he like? Are we looking
I
at
got
like
him pretty
6
well
months, a
swaddled in
year?
my quiver.
Oh, okay.
And drool.
Ark, who goes there?
Bungo is here.
Oh, Bungo! Yay! All you
Yay!
missed was the recap.
Oh, which I'm sure they bungled.
It was
I
actually
get it.
Ivaris did it, so it was fantastic.
Mundane and full of nonsense.
Okay.
I did, in fact, use the word nonsense.
All right. So what we were just explaining, Bungo, what we were just sort of sorting out was that Alden is in the form of an infant version of Alden, but he is still of the same mental capacity and ability of former current age Alden.
Right. So the body finally matches the brain.
Yeah.
So he can still talk, but it's just like a super high pitched baby voice.
I have a question. Where was I when this happened? Am I just standing in the background on autopilot? Am I
Yeah,
still?
that's sort of how. Yeah, that's sort of how we
Okay.
run it. Yeah, you were just around, but on autopilot, not really.
Okay.
Participating.
So like I would still be considered part of the thief group.
You
no.
are complicit in our actions.
Yeah, but anyone who did not, like, Ivaris is not considered a thief. So
Okay.
anyone who did not participate directly in thieving or escaping thieving, Bungo,
What?
is
I didn't
not
thieve. I
considered
didn't
a thief.
I didn't escape thieving. I just escaped.
Okay, does everyone understand?
Mm-hmm.
So Lina and Drip, neither of you are considered thieves.
I didn't steal anything. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
They don't know that. Okay, so I think, Bungo, you have to add yourself back to the map.
All right, no problem.
And Lina, you need to add yourself to the map as well.
Okie dokie.
And then I think we're good to go. Alden, I think you are essentially
There.
tied to Ivaris at this point. And how did we end Ivaris? Can you recall exactly how we ended last session? Did you guys take a long rest at that point?
We hadn't done any of that yet.
So, you are, just a quick reminder, you are in 2B is an abandoned laboratory that the room is filled with dusty tables and cauldrons. Its stone hearth is cold. Piled atop the tables are chemical tools and equipment. All of it is ancient to the point of being unusable. However, the Sizzler did a thorough investigation with his sort of history and poison making and dealing with being an alchemist. And he did find some little leftover drips and drops of some ancient potions here and there, and that's sort of where the potion fiasco sort of went about. In room 2C, the room that Alden and Ivaris are in right now, is a decrepit kitchen that contains an oven range, a washing basin, and a hearth bearing a covered cookpot and shelves filled with pots, pans, and cooking tools. All right, what would you guys like to do?
Does any of the cooking equipment look like it's been used recently, or does it all just look totally dust covered?
No, it looks dust covered. I mean, all of it is dust covered and like very decrepit. It doesn't look like anyone has used it in a very, very, very long time.
What's this thing?
What? That's a bungo, I think.
Yeah, above the bungo.
Oh, that is a door.
Ooh. I want to open the door.
It's too late. Bungo already said he opened it in chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Bungo kicks the door. All right. So you open the door, Bungo, with a drip close behind, and you reveal.
I am a large,
1,000 enemies
semi-muscular
and now we're
man.
dead.
Yeah, you reveal, as you open the door, you reveal what seems to be a bedroom. Everyone roll an investigation for me.
Oh, that's an intimidation.
Yeah, you can't intimidate the door, Drip. I'm sorry.
I can intimidate whatever I want.
We could animate object.
And then intimidate.
Okay, Lina, after Bungo, you want to roll one too?
Sure.
Okay, great. So after Bungo flings the door open, Lina, you notice that a bunch of dust like falls off of the front of the door. Looks like it hadn't been opened in a very, very, very long time. And as the dust sort of shakes off of the door from Bungo flinging it open, you can make out the words "Calabash's bedroom. Do not enter."
Ooh, I think we should enter.
What could it mean?
Okay, well,
Who's Calabash?
you notice a dusty bed that stands with its headboard against the north wall. At the foot of the bed rests a wooden chest. A desk in the southeast corner has stacks of musty old tomes atop it. An old woven rug lies in the middle of the floor. What do you guys want to do?
Who's Calabash?
That's a good question. Who is Calabash?
Did we meet Calabash? Was he one of the head goblin guys last time?
Does anyone recall?
No,
I leave the room.
I don't recall.
Yeah, you do not recall the name Calabash. That was not one of the. Just so for people who were here last, who were not here last week, that was not a goblin, or I'll say it was not a goblin that they met.
Interesting.
There's a trunk.
There's a trunk at the foot of the bed.
Lena opens it.
Get
Lina?
rugged.
Lina explodes.
Okay.
No. Okay. So, Lina, you do not throw it open. It is locked, you notice. The wooden chest is of solid construction, and it has a steel lock that you notice. So your attempt to fling it open is stymied by the steel lock.
Does anyone know how to pick locks?
I do not.
My tiny baby hands can't handle that.
I do not.
Bungo does, and he has a crowbar.
Bungo! To the
Bungo,
rescue.
can you open this?
I mean, I'm not in the room. Down the hall.
I just
Lina
went,
messages.
Bungo!
What?
I'm sorry, did you
Yes.
kick the door? Bungo, did you fling the door open and run away?
I kicked the door open. I did a once over. Everyone came in. I saw nothing of interest, and I left.
Okay, good to know.
What? What'd you find? What do you need help with?
Open this chest, please. This trunk.
Can I see if it's trapped?
Yeah,
Almighty
you can.
DM.
Sure, you can roll. You can roll an investigation.
Looks
It does not.
good.
It does not seem trapped to you.
All right. First, I will show you how to open it with a tool, and if that does not work, we can always try brute force. So I proceed to open the lock. I just open the lock, it unlocks, and then I just leave. There you go.
Yep,
Okay, bye.
he did it. He indeed unlocked the chest and starts to walk away.
Lina looks in the chest.
Did we gain another friend? Sizzler.
Nope.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. All right, add yourself to the map, Sizzler. The quick recap of what you missed was that we did.
Boys
Ivaris,
Night Part 2.
nope. There are two women here. No Boys Night Part 2. Ivaris gave a very accurate recap of #Boys Night, and then the group decided that Alden was a baby version of Alden in form alone. Is that he could still talk, but he had this like super high pitched baby voice, and he still like had his mental capacities of normal age Alden. Then they decided to kick open this bedroom door that they found, and which is attached to the kitchen area, which is 2C. The bedroom is 2D, and then Bungo picked the lock of the locked wooden chest that was at the foot of the bed. The room also has an old wooden rug in the middle of the floor. Again, the sort of the dusty bed and headboard is against the north wall. At the foot of the bed lies the chest, and a desk in the southeast corner of the room has stacks of musty old tomes atop it.
Ooh, tomes.
Tomes. Thought you might be interested in tomes. Okay, so Lina, we're on you. You, the chest flings open from Bungo, and you look inside. Correct? Oh yeah, Lina just said BRB.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anyone else want to do anything while Lina's frozen in time?
Look at the tomes.
Tomes. Okay. So Sizzler rushes over and looks at the tomes of Ivaris. This sort of sounds like something you might be interested in too.
Normally I would be, but there was a sign that said "Keep out," and there could be traps, and I have a baby to take care of.
Sizzler, there was a dusty sign that said "Keep out," just for the record. Okay. Are you still excited about tomes?
I will check the tomes for traps.
Okay, I mean, it's a sign. It's not a cop, but you know.
Roll an investigation.
Oof.
Oh, okay. So you do not notice any traps.
All right. Look at
these
the tomes.
These tomes seem particularly trap-free.
I will say that last time we ignored a sign about stuff like thievery and stuff, that we actually got a really cool quest from it. So we should ignore more signs and rules.
Do it.
Sounds like a solid plan. Okay, so yeah, you when you make it up to the desk, Sizzler, you notice that there are approximately 20 old tomes/books on top of the desk. Would you like to start going through the books?
Yes.
Okay. You open the first book,
I hope you have titles for all 20.
I do. It's unentitled book numbers 1 through 20.
Oh.
No,
Classic.
so you open the first book, and it is. You start flipping through the pages, and all of them are blank.
Okay. Other than the pages are blank.
Not that you notice.
Can we just assume that I'm probably gonna assume that it's not just somebody's empty diary that they never started for their New Year's resolution. So I'll do. What is this? How about detect magic? Because that'll kind of allow me to know if any of the books are magical.
Sure.
Want me to click it?
Oh no, that's fine. So there's actually one book, like halfway down the pile, that glows when you cast detect magic.
Okay, so first I'm gonna say, "Hey, Ivaris, I think you need a new notebook, don't you?" And toss him the blank one.
Yeah, thanks. Do you have a pen and ink?
No, I do not. And then I will go to this this shiny book in this special book.
Okay, roll 3d6.
I'm gonna go look around in the alchemy lab for like a stick of charcoal or something.
Okay, all right. Roll an investigation. As you touch the magical book, Sizzler, you are struck with. You find actually like a pencil of ours.
Ooh, a whole pencil.
One whole pencil, sharpened and ready for use.
Dear diary, jackpot.
Found a pencil. Okay, so Sizzler, you are struck with 11 lightning damage as you sort of start to touch and like tamper slightly with the magic book. As it shocks you, the book falls to the floor.
Okay. So book shocked me. That's fun.
You want to pick it up again?
I believe if he focuses on the item, he can determine what school of magic the spell.
Yes, I will use my action to see what school of magic is on it.
Okay. Let me check. I also use my action to determine what... It's evocation.
Ivaris, do you have much experience with shocking tales in novels?
Never read a lot of Pulp Fiction. Why?
Well, I just got electrocuted from that book. That's strange to me as a clan of readers. I've never been shocked by a book before.
You've
Well,
never
that's-
been surprised by a book?
Oh,
You
never.
seem like you've been reading good books.
I've read them all. I know all the endings.
That's probably just a trap. I mean, you could try to flip it open with something and see if there's actually anything on the inside.
Does anyone have a large stick? Lina, can you blow a page open with your prestidigitation?
Lina opens the book with her hands.
Well, I don't
With
know
her
about
hands.
that because
All
there's some
right.
context that you're
Roll
missing, which
three-
is that he
roll
got
3d6.
shocked when he opened it.
Roll 3d6, Lina. You are now the proud owner of 4 lightning damage.
Oh boy.
That bug. Light it on fire, Lina.
Oh hey, before this day happened, she took a drink of her potion.
How many more potions do you have?
It says 3 days remaining, but I feel like I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. 3 days.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink a healing draught. Woo! In books.
Lina, would you like to look into the chest that you opened? We didn't resolve that.
Yes.
All right. So you look into the chest, and it is empty, except for a scrap of paper that you find in the bottom of the chest.
Is there anything
It says
written on
don't
it?
read the books.
Yeah, it says don't touch that one magic book or you'll get shocked. No. Yes, it's there is something written on the note. In common it reads retirement fund. Don't spend this on ale, Calabash.
Looks like he spent it on ale. I will pocket the note and search the room for anything else.
Sure. So give me an investigation or whatever you want to use to search the room. Oh, great. Okay, so you notice that the old rug is what seemed to be like woven with arcane symbols woven into the pattern of the rug.
Ooh, is this a magic carpet? Lina sits on the rug and like lifts at the sides of it. Like, come on, pick up.
Make an investigation check.
Make a Constitution saving throw as it engulfs you.
Drip is fascinated and super excited to see what happens.
Okay, yeah, you do not like fly on the rug as you were hoping. Nothing seems to happen.
Disappointing.
Anyone else want to check out this woven arcane symbol rug?
I'll check it out because she seems to be doing weird stuff with it. Like,
All right.
I feel like there should be something more if she's being all super excited about it, considering she's a magic-y person.
Give me an investigation. All right. Also give me a dex save. Okay. So as you walk up, Drip, you don't fall, but as you walk up, you sort of like stub your toe on the edge of the rug, and the rug sort of like flips up a little bit. And in the split second that it flipped up, you saw that there was like something drawn on the floor under the rug.
Does this say I prepared explosive runes this morning?
Yeah, it says prepare to die. No.
Sorry, I was chewing my burger.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm going to ask Lina to scoot, say, hey, I think there's something under here, and ask her to hop up so we can flip it over.
Sure. Lina, you get off?
Yep.
All right, great. So you flip the rug off of where you saw the drawing, and it actually reveals what Lina and anyone who understands sort of how magic works. There's a summoning circle, or what seemed to be at one time a summoning circle under the rug.
Ooh. Spicy.
Does my detect magic allow me to learn any school of magic that this summoning circle might have been used for?
Yeah, I'll allow you to use it with your prior one, which is it's abjuration.
Abjuration.
Spooky.
Well, it just seems to be a circle. I don't care anymore.
What were they summoning? Does she know?
Does who know?
Lina. Or insight, maybe?
Yeah, you.
No, Arcana would be.
Yeah, no, you
Insight's
can't.
just for.
You can't tell what they were summoning based on that. The runes to you seem sort of like typical summoning runes. Nothing stands out as being specific to what they were trying to, or what someone was trying to summon.
Wonder if I could figure out what they were trying to summon. Nope.
Nope, you can't either.
How big is the rug?
I don't know. It's maybe a 10-foot. Actually, I do know. It's 10 feet in diameter.
I see everybody trying to figure out what kind of summoning it is, and having very little knowledge of Arcana, I still want to try.
Okay, go for it. Holy crap! All right, Drip knows everything about Arcana. So Drip, you can't tell. All right, so you walk over to this summoning circle, and you sort of like look around, and they're looking around, and they're sort of like shrugging their shoulders, like you're not really sure what's going on. Drip, you imagine that you could make this circle work if you wanted it to.
Who feels like summoning stuff tonight?
Lina does.
And I'll help.
Be careful, you guys.
Get out of my fancy sauce. Bad cat. Sorry. Question. Is there any way we can lay traps with the people who can detect traps? Do any of you know how to lay down traps just in case we summon something bad? Also, is there like a containment in the summoning circle? I don't know how summoning circles work because that's not my field of study. Despite the fact that I seem to know how this one works.
Lina has fireballs. I think we're okay.
I get distracted by being an adorable baby.
No, Alden, I veto that.
You never let me have any fun.
All right. I'm gonna go with let's go ahead and just summon stuff. Why not? You know, kind of bored. We had our long nap. I'm ready. I activate the summoning.
Okay. You activate, you reach down and you touch the rune that you just have a feeling activates this circle. And the circle lights up. The room goes just super dark, like pitch black. You can barely see your hand in front of your face. And you just see the runes lighting up one by one around the circle, lighting up one by one, and then it goes around again and they change colors, and it goes around again and it changes colors, and it goes around again and it changes colors, and each time the runes get a little bit brighter. Eventually, all of the runes, one after another, white, this bright white light that just like almost makes it difficult for you to see. You have to sort of tilt your head away for a second. And then all the light goes away and the room is just normal and dim again. And there is a human, seemingly a human male, standing in front of you.
There should definitely be a seizure warning on this.
How hot is he?
Yes. Everybody roll for seizure.
Alden, you can't see him because we did not go in the room.
That's why he's asking. He heard there's a male. How hot is he?
I want to yell. Everybody on the road go, how hot is he?
All right. I'm gonna introduce myself. Hi, person. I'm Drip. Why not? Always be polite until you have to kill them.
Let's see.
Bungo, this is the part where he tries to make him his pet.
It's a human male. I don't think Bungo can make a human male pet.
If
No.
anyone
I'm
can, it's
also
Bungo.
not in the room. I have
He's
no
also-
idea. I'm walking away, so I have no idea what's going on.
You didn't see the light show?
Nope.
Did it make any sound?
No.
Beep, 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 lights.
No sound. Okay, so
I mean, I perceive everything through space and time, so I may not know exactly what's going on, but I kind of know.
okay, since when did you perceive everything through space and time? What
Since my passive perception is 19.
Okay. All right. So, Calabash Drip is going to attack you.
Rude.
But I
You
don't
don't
even
know
know
that
his
it's
name is
Calabash,
Calabash. It was like,
don't
hi.
have- You don't
My
have
name's
to know.
Drip.
You don't have to know that his name is Calabash. Calabash is going to attack you.
Okay. Where's
Oh,
Calabash?
He's
mean,
going to be
he's
right in front of you. Someone can draw a little circle in the middle of the room. I'm trying to decide what of these would I like to use on you.
Wow, I guess the surprise round. That's unfortunate.
Now, if you guys had just done what you're supposed to do, well, what you typically do, and just attacked the thing that appeared, I think that you guys would have been.
I am always super polite. You are not allowed to climb up that. Stop it.
That doesn't sound very polite to me, but
Bad cat.
okay. All right, so you are going to. Let's see.
He didn't even respond. He's just like, boom, I'm attacking.
Nope. He attacks whoever summons him from the circle. All right, so I'm gonna need you to make a spell save.
What kind of
Let's
save
see,
is that?
Intelligence.
Oh, that's not a good save. Can I have dexterity? Just
No.
out of the way? No. Alright, hold
It
on.
doesn't hurt to try to barter.
I can't see because my cat's in the way now.
You got an 11.
You got an 11, which does not beat a 13. Okay, so Drip, you're not exactly sure what's happening, but you just feel your entire body just lock up.
Is it like fear? Do I seem afraid?
You don't seem afraid per se. You're not exactly sure what's happening. You just can't move. You can't move your mouth. You can't move your arms.
Oh no!
You can't move.
Oh, it's not gonna work for me.
So the rest of you just see Drip ask this question to Calabash, and then nothing happened.
Just freezes. Her normally animated self is frozen.
What does everyone want to do?
Wait a few seconds.
I mean, he just attacked your friend, and you're just gonna wait?
From the way it is described to us, she said hello, and then nothing happened.
Ah.
Oh, by saying wait a few seconds, we may notice if something
Wait.
happened to her or not.
Wait, hold up. What did he cast on her?
Don't know.
You don't know.
No, but what level
No, but what
spell
did he
was it like?
You don't know.
Was it
No, but what
wait,
spell?
But wait, what's the name of it?
I'm gonna.
What's it?
I'm gonna
I
use.
think there is the question is more: are there no components whatsoever for that spell, or does he
I
have the
have
requisite
no-
stuff?
not
Does he
the
whisper
question.
something?
The question
he
is,
wave his
I
hands?
have as a reaction, I can cast counter spells. So if I saw him casting something
Right.
and it's level
And I have
3 or
counter
lower,
charm.
Which is why the question then becomes: does the spell have components
And or
like
visual
verbal,
or somatic?
or material
It is okay.
that
We
you
can
would be
just
able to notice him casting this
we
thing?
can cut this debate. It is you saw his lips move.
Saw his lips move. Okay.
As if
Hello,
he was
how are
as,
you?
as if he was responding to Drip's question, but no sound came out.
guy mumbling? What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Well, since I'm frozen, I'm gonna cast perception and just see if I can figure out what's happening.
All right.
I know nothing.
You perceive nothing.
All
You
right.
perceive a human wizard in front of you. A human mage.
Can I send?
No, it's got somatic components and material components, and you are paralyzed.
Oh, poop.
Do we notice that she's
Message. Nope. Same thing.
frozen? Like she can't move limbs? Or did she fall over? What's going on?
Nope, she's just standing there still.
She can't move her neck because she can move her eyeballs, or what?
Nope.
Is Calabasas
Am I
saying
breathing?
anything?
You may or may not be breathing.
Oh, that's not good.
So,
I mean, I'm fine for several rounds, but still.
so after a couple seconds, does Calabasas say anything?
Nope. A couple seconds go by where you're all staring at each other, and he turns his gaze to the next closest person, which it looks like at this point is Sizzler. He just turns his head and looks over at Sizzler.
And I'm getting nervous because he's not saying anything. So I order Roberto to bite him.
Okay, so let's all roll initiative.
Wait,
Including me?
Is Ulfgar
including you.
inside Roberto's mouth?
No, of course.
They climbed out.
Yeah, he's out. Oof, brutal. Well, looks like everyone is going before everyone's favorite human mage.
No one's favorite human mage.
Oh, sorry. All right, so let's go to the top of the order, which is Bungo.
Shouldn't it be Roberto first?
Sure, Roberto. Well, we'll get to Roberto.
Can I even cast
He's
anything?
the first.
Like, should I be rolling initiative?
You can, yeah. If you want to try to cast something from Ivaris's quiver, you can do it.
Pickle Arden.
All right, so you can try to get one bite attack off with Roberto. Sizzler.
Rum.
All right.
A 7 does not hit.
And he obviously had to move, like, here
Sure.
to do that.
Okay, Bungo, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I hear the robot frog chomp down. I perceived the change in temperature from light to darkness,
Okay.
and it just feels weird to me. So I want to go back into the room, at least to see what's going on.
All right, so what you see is a Roberto try to take a chunk out of this seemingly human wizard that's standing in front of you, but you don't even see the human wizard react other than to take a step back when Roberto tries to bite him, and he just goes back to standing how he was.
Well, is there space on this side of the human?
Yes.
Okay.
Each square is 10 feet.
Oh, each square is 10 feet?
Mhm.
Oh, shizer. Okay. So yeah, it would be my dash action just to get here. Oh wait, I have 35 feet of movement. Haha! Still doesn't matter. That's still 40 feet. Anyway, I cut. So out of key points, I'm just gonna hang back here and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And ask that openly of my friends. What's going on, friends? Who's
In a
this
strange
guy?
turn of events, Drip says nothing.
I think we messed up.
Well, so you shouldn't open people's lockers. And I guess that's my turn.
Okay, next Drip. Roll a intelligence save. Oh boy.
I'm so smart.
Drip, you feel the paralysis exit your body.
Nice. All right. So I am mad, but there are people in the room with me, so I can't blow him up.
I mean, let's not get too hasty there.
In a surprise, considering I almost always use some sort of, I'm super mad. You could tell I'm super mad. And the guy can pull out a weapon and attack with it in the same move, right? Especially if I'm not moving. He's right in front of me.
Uh-huh.
I attack him with a rapier.
All right. There's 17 hits.
All right. And then, oh, how do I roll things? Okay. I type in.
Click the rapier though.
Yeah, click the word rapier on the in the
In
chat.
chat.
What is that? Oh, in chat?
Yeah, there you go. 6. Okay, yeah, you stab this human, and you hear for the first time him make a sound, and he makes like a oh sound, and as you pull the rapier sort of out of where you stabbed him, he just looks up at you and he just vomits on the floor.
Gross.
It reeks of booze.
I knew it.
I'm going to say you weren't supposed to use that money for alcohol.
He just throws up everywhere again.
I really want to mock him now, but I think that's the end of my turn.
I think it is. Okay, Sizzler.
This guy looks like he wants some acid on his face.
Totally.
Some what on his face?
He wants some ass on his face.
This is a Christian D&D game.
I mean, some
First of all,
acid
that's
if
not
you
true.
want.
Sure, Alden. I'm sorry. Where were you supposed to be, bud? I didn't.
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
I didn't roll initiative at first.
Oh, I
wasn't
see.
even sure
I got it.
that
Yep.
if
Sure. I'll add you, and you'll go after Lina.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right, Sizzler. What are you gonna do? Sorry. Oh, you throw acid on him. Okay. He's got to make a dex save.
Yeah, some ass acid.
Or acid. I got nothing.
All right. Let's see. Oh, does not make the save. Okay, so you throw acid on top of this poor vomiting man, and he just rears back with acid sort of burning through his clothes. Vomit sort of around his mouth. Ouch. All right. Anything else, Sizzler?
And I'll offhand stab him with my sickle.
All right. Kick him while he's down. 17 hits. You slash him in his back for 3 damage.
You know, we probably should ask him stuff.
Nah.
I did.
Calabash hiccups and sort of wobbles a little. You can't tell if he's drunk or injured or both. All right. Lina. Hello, Lina.
Well, she doesn't have any alcohol with her. So instead, I think she's just gonna set him on fire.
Seems like a Lina thing to do.
Trade-off.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Scorching
Okay.
Ray is 3 separate attacks.
So do you light this whole room on fire? How does it work? It's 3 bolts?
It's 3 separate rays. So you need to roll 3 attack rolls for it.
All right, they all hit. Good. Oh, it's just the 10. Okay. What's the... All right.
It's 25.
Sure, that's quite a bit of damage. Okay, you light this thing on fire. He does not seem happy. He's on fire, vomit just all over the front of him, acid all over his shoulder, and a stab wound and a slash across the back with a sickle. Alden, your little baby, childlike innocence sees this happening. Or maybe
He
you don't see
does
this
Or
not.
happening.
doesn't.
You do not see this happening because
Yeah.
you're in the quiver of Ivaris, who has not yet moved.
But let me tell you, I'm quivering.
Alden, would you like to delay your turn until Ivaris goes?
I think so.
Okay. We'll slide you down in the order after Ivaris. Okay, so Roberto, you're back up.
Roberto will take another chump.
All right, let's see it. That Roberto whiffs again, afraid of getting a little vomit on his mechanicalness.
Does not fear any vomit. He would probably enjoy it.
Okay, Ivaris.
I will go to the doorway and poke my head around the corner.
Do you also poke your quiver around the corner?
Not until I see what's going on.
Okay. So you just see this scene of a badly beaten, seemingly drunken human mage who your party members are just given the business right now.
You should surrender.
Pukes again.
You should put your hands up if you're surrendering so that they don't kill you. And that's my turn.
He puts his hands out to the side in like a T.
Oh god, he's T-posing.
Is he-
All right.
T.
All right, Alden. You can. Ivaris is peeking around the corner. What would you like to do?
Am I now in the site? Are we good now?
Yeah, sure.
You know, I don't really know what to make of this scene, to be honest. There's a lot going on. This guy's just puking everywhere. Nobody's been hurt besides this drunkard, right? I mean,
Correct.
I will then. I want to cast a spiritual weapon, but I don't want to attack with it quite yet. I just want to sort of be on the defensive for right now. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. But I'm going to summon a spiritual scimitar. That's what I wanted. And yeah, I think that'll be it for now.
Is it baby size, like he summoned a butter knife?
It's like one of those. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna retcon. I'm gonna say I want to summon a rapier, but it's like one of those little toothpick style garnishes. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Those little hors
Or
d'oeuvre
like
tray
olives?
things. Yeah. It's gonna look like that.
Okay, I'm into it.
Are we talking
Okay.
blue, red, or
Yeah, what
orange
color?
top?
That is an important question. What color?
Blue.
All right. A small blue hors d'oeuvre style rapier with a illusory olive appears
That's fine.
in the
I'll
room.
accept that.
Okay. All right. It's our friend's turn.
He's not acting like my friend.
Okay. Since he's on fire, he in the middle of like focused right on How are we gonna do this? Is it? Okay, 24 is. Okay, so on essentially on between Bungo and Drip, the mage is going to cast Ice Storm.
So, how happy are you guys knowing that I'm in your party? There's like a 70% chance he's targeting me at any single chance.
I'm actually targeting the most amount of people. Thank you very much. But okay.
Counterspell.
Hold on 1 second. Visual. Okay, so he starts to make a motion, and you cast a. You actually, all right. Your counterspell fizzles.
Hey.
Rip 5th level. Okay, so that's what happens, right? If it's higher than 4th level, it doesn't.
Not necessarily.
Can I get
Elaborate?
You have to, if it is casting spell 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, so you have to beat
On success, the creature's spell fails. It has no effect.
So she
Okay,
needs to make a charisma check, DC 15, presumably.
15.
Let's see it, Lina.
So what do I roll?
Just your straight up charisma spellcasting roll.
So was that charisma
I
save?
don't know what that is.
Oh,
Just
so
a regular charisma roll, right?
Yeah, charisma save.
it's on your regular page. Yeah.
Oh
like
shit! Yeah. Okay. So he waves his hand, and you see like some.
It wouldn't be a charisma save. I think
It's just a regular charisma check.
You would just click charisma, but it doesn't matter because
It's fine.
That's far.
Sure. So yeah. So you see like some ice start to form around his hand, and he starts to reach out up front and like reach out toward you guys, and the ice just goes away, and he looks super confused.
Yeah, get wrecked, nerd.
I'm so glad you're on our side.
He looks so confused right now. Okay, Bungo, it's your turn.
Yeah, let's kill this juice nozzle. So I run over here. Yep. And I want to start with the stabby.
All right, stab away.
Question is, do I want to hex the tool? Yeah, let's hex it.
Hex. Okay.
So this will be, hopefully it hits, because then I can do sneak attack and hex.
I mean, it doesn't seem like.
Woohoo,
Why wouldn't? Oh, I'm sorry. Why wouldn't it hit? You're saying hopefully your attack hits.
Attack.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Your attack hits.
And then
all right.
A 1d6 for.
Yep, Bungo. When you stab this mage,
sure,
he collapses onto your sword. Just collapses onto your sword, and like he looks up at you as he slides down your sword, and like the sword is poking the hilt of the sword is against his like stomach, and it's poking out the back, and he just looks up at you and just vomits.
Can I make a save to dodge it?
You can.
We're talking acrobatics or straight dex?
Yeah, make a dex save to not get vomited on. Oh yeah. You dive out of the way and just vomit and blood just splatter on the wall behind you. The mage
I run up the wall.
Is dead. Sorry, tell me your acrobatic feat. I want to hear it.
Yeah, no. As he goes to vomit, I just run up the wall and then jump off of it to do a flip. And he just sprays the wall, as you said.
All right.
As the mage dies, I look at him and I go, "You could have just told me your name."
Well, if we're done here, I think there's a hallway down this way.
Well, I was curious about this door here.
I was curious about this dead mage. I would like to check his body.
Yep, you find an empty wine flask and a book.
Oh,
Well, it has barf on it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean it's not filled with barf though. It's empty, but there's barf on everything that he owns. Barf, acid, fire, blood. But nonetheless, it's still an empty wine flask and a book.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm not gonna get shocked by a book twice in the same night, so I'm gonna open up the book and look at it.
Oh, wouldn't you be silly? Roll a no. Yeah. So you notice that this book definitely has writing in it.
In what language?
It seems like arcane. It seems like arcane writing.
What does that mean? Like
Like-
spells?
Correct. Yes.
Can I figure out what it says?
Sure. You just based on your experience, sort of in the world, you do know that like mages tend to carry their spell books with them, and so your assumption when you look at it is that this is his spell book.
This appears to be a spell book. Anyone interested? Lina?
Yes, Lina is.
Here you go. I'll toss it over to her.
Thank you.
I'm super fascinated by the book that keeps shocking people, and I'm going to see if it's still full of power and investigate it a little bit and see if I can figure out a way of not getting shocked. Is investigate the right one to play?
Sorry, which book are you looking at?
The one that
Lightning
keeps
book.
shocking people.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to investigate it or roll?
I'm going to try to. Yeah, I'm going to try to figure out what it is and how to not get shocked by it.
Okay, get it. Give me an Arcana roll. Okay, you think you know how to approach this book.
I approach it the way I think I know how to.
All right, roll 3d6.
Oh no!
Fool me once, fool me twice.
No. How do I roll 3d6?
If you click, you see the little dice thing on the side.
You can also do /R
Yeah, true.
space 3d6.
That's it. That's what I wanted to do. Ha!
All right, you take this book shocks you for 15 damage and scatters on the ground again.
That's so mean.
I told you to light it on fire.
I'm gonna look at the other books.
You know what? I'm gonna pour acid on that book.
No.
That's the solution to everything.
Drip, you were present when Sizzler was sort of shuffling through the other books, and you noticed in his like hasty shuffles through all of the books except for the lightning book, that all of them seemed to be empty. He gave one to Ivaris, so there are 18 empty books like left, sort of scattered on the table.
I'm gonna investigate these books.
Okay.
Even though they're empty, I feel like they aren't.
And you are Sizzler. You're pouring acid on the books, correct? Or on the lightning book?
On the lightning book, cause fuck that book.
Okay, you acid the shit out of this book.
Gone?
It is like there's just the shell of a book, like very little left of it. Yes.
I'm gonna pour acid over what's left of it.
Okay, the book disintegrates into the ground, and like part of the stone, like the stone floor that was under it too, also disintegrates.
Lessons learned, book.
You very thoroughly defeated this book, Sizzler.
Woohoo! Sizzler gets extra bonus experience points.
Yes, +1 XP for Sizzler. Book defeat. Okay, so are you gonna roll an investigation, Drip?
That's not a good investigation.
Yeah, you can't seem to tell what's going on with these books. You just see 18 empty tomes in front of you. Old, empty tomes.
How much do they weigh?
I mean, they're just old, heavy books, so they weigh, I don't know, half a
1/10 of a bungo.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. 1/10 of a bungo.
I'm not interested enough in the books. I'm bored now. So I want to go explore this door.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything in this room? Okay. Do it, Drip.
All right, guys. There's another door. Has anyone seen through this door?
No, they have
We
not.
have not.
Okay, I will do this. All right. So, what are you going to do as you approach the door, Drip? How do you work the scenario?
So first I'm going to look over the door and see, like, does it look like the other door where it was kind of like no one had touched it in forever? Does it look like a really super busy door? Are there any signs around it?
Yeah, it actually looks it looks like a more well-traveled area. The sort of the area where you were previously, right? The abandoned laboratory and the kitchen and the bedroom. Those look like no one had been there in ages. This door looks, not like anyone's been through in the last day or so, but I mean, this door looks like it's used much more often.
Drip's gonna knock.
All right, play it out. Play it out for me. How do you do it?
I'm gonna knock and say, "Is anyone in there?" Wait a beat, wait a second beat, and then open the door.
All right, so you knock. No, you don't get any response, and so you wait. As you described, and then you open the door.
Boop.
And when you open the door, you see a well-maintained workroom that reeks of rotting flesh and ozone. Odd metal instruments rest atop the tables in the room, of which there are several, along with several loose scraps of parchment with notes. That's also on the table.
Sizzler, come here.
Why?
You will like it. Come here.
Okay, I'll waddle over on Roberto.
Look.
What am I looking at?
All this mechanical stuff. And, like, death. I don't know. I just felt like something you'd be interested in.
Oh. Very, interesting, yes.
Wait for me.
So what's going on?
Yeah,
wait. Can we
What?
time out to just make sure that everyone knows that Sizzler is really fat now?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not fat, but he weighs a lot.
Weigh a lot.
Right? Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We told Lina. Go ahead, Sizzler. You can
knows, but since I'm riding him, but he's polite about it.
He only grimaces a little bit when you get on top. Yeah, Drip, last session, Sizzler also drank one of those ancient potions, and he gained how many pounds? 133 pounds?
Something like that.
Yeah.
You basically, like, drink concrete.
But you sort of, yeah. Like liquid concrete fills his
Lead,
insides.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boys' night!
Boys' night! I'll take boys' night.
So, and, when I call Sizzler, I'm also like, everybody would think this is interesting. I'm not trying to I just think that Sizzler would like it more. I don't know why. So.
Are you body shaming Sizzler?
No.
Maybe.
Does this look like a torture room?
No, it looks like a workroom. Sort of as you look around Ivaris, you can sort of tell it looks more like a workroom of some sort of mine type scenario. You can't quite gather from this room what they were mining, just at first glance, but it looks more like that kind of a thing to you than it does some sort of a murder room.
And you said there were scraps of parchments with notes written on them?
Correct.
Like to peruse some of the notes.
Sure. So give me an investigation. Perfect. Yeah. So you piece together some of the scraps of paper. It actually seems like the scraps made up some sort of a log at one point. And what you can piece together says the following. Day 1. I've been granted this abandoned copper mine in the arcane chambers. Finally, I have access to the components needed for my experiments. Everything beyond that point is sort of either torn or smudged or just otherwise illegible.
What's
I
it
think
say?
these are Calabash's notes.
We killed him.
He probably deserved it.
I feel like that. I mean, there's like dead things in here. So
Yeah,
peek around
can
this
I
corner.
see what's making the smell?
Sure, yeah.
It was Lina, sorry.
Yeah, Lina was like, you know how in most people, like Hansel and Gretel story, they drop like little breadcrumbs around? Lina actually drops rotting flesh wherever she goes.
Sounds about right.
I win.
No, there's just stuff everywhere in this room, Ivaris, and the sense that you get from your previous investigation roll as you sort of search the room for scraps is that, you know, there were like little scraps of things here and there, and then that brought rats, and then, you know, some rats died and brought other food in there. It's not like there's a corpse in there or anything like that. That's sort of the sense that you get.
I'm gonna look around this corner.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay, sure. The around the corner is a corridor that splits off into two directions. Boop.
I don't know. When I get to paths, if we split up, I'll never see you again.
Hey, somebody got a vape sword out of it, though.
That's true.
So as you sort of peek around the corner, Drip,
Mm-hmm.
you see the following. You see a room that is sort of not filled, but I mean has many barrels in it. You can also sort of make out what you gather is a hammock.
Ooh. How sleeped in does this place look?
I mean, it looks sleeped in. Again, it's not ancient like the previous rooms that you were in, but it also doesn't look like, you know, someone. It's not like the hammock is like moving or anything.
Hey guys, there's a bunch of barrels of stuff. There might be alcohol.
Do you think it's a shitload of beer?
I don't know. Does anyone have like a tap? Lina.
Anyone would have one, it would be Ulfgar.
Oh. Is Ulfgar around?
I mean, we have a crowbar.
I do have a crowbar.
I also have a crowbar.
I could also fashion you a tap out of this handsome wood that I have. By the way, do you know about the wonderfulness that is wood?
I don't have wood.
Wow.
Got
Wouldn't you?
Bungo always has wood.
About 40 pounds worth.
I'm always worried that, like, just based on the rotted flesh smell, I'm always worried that it's like tubs of blood.
So you wanted me to open, or us to open these barrels?
Yeah. I mean, if you're okay with it.
The job for Sizzler.
You want me to open it? I don't even drink beer. I don't drink anything.
Yeah,
That
there
is
could be
demonstrably false. You drank a potion.
there could be tomes in there.
Yeah, you drank
Literally
wine.
minutes ago, you
I
drank a
ingest
potion.
potions.
Sizzler.
I don't drink it. Yeah, I'm not opening those barrels. I'm gonna peek around this corner.
Okay, so when you peek around that corner to Sizzler, it reveals more hallway and a door.
This door locked.
Alden, keep up.
Yeah, Alden, stay in your perch. No, the door is not locked.
I would like to peek inside of it, very slowly and quietly.
Okay. As you swing the door. I'm so sorry. As you swing the door open, Sizzler.
Get hit with lightning.
No, not quite.
Attacked by 20 vampires.
Not 20.
Ooh, 4.
No, just 3. You are attacked by 3 creatures that were hunkered down, waiting for a small beast or a creature to open the door.
Does it count that I'm riding a large beast?
No, I mean the size doesn't matter. I just meant like they were waiting for someone to open the door. Anything
So you weren't
to
being
open the
literal.
door.
I see.
Correct. Yes. Okay. So, all right. The first one is going to try to bite you. And the second 2 are going to. Well, it's going to try to. One's going to try to swipe at you. 2 are going to try to swipe at you, actually. Okay. Do any of those hit?
Bite and the second claws do.
Okay. So you take 6 damage from the bite. I don't know why I went down under claws. And you have to make a con save. All right. So you save, but you still take 18 damage. But the good news, Sizzler, is that you're not paralyzed for a minute.
Oh.
So you could.
Great.
All right, now you have an opportunity to do what you want to do. What would you like to do?
Hold on. So they did those in melee range, I assume, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Roberto gets to react.
Sure.
As my loyal defender, he gets to tend to respond, making a melee attack against probably the first guy that tried to bite me.
Sure. That's the guy on the left, the one closest to you. We'll say. Oh yeah, that hits. Faux show. All right, let's see if he can make the save. What is the Dex, right?
There's no save. He's grappled.
Oh, and then on his turn he has to make the save, right? That's what we decided.
I think it's an action to try to escape.
Right, that's what I mean. On his
To
turn,
break
he
a grapple.
gets to try to do it. Okay, yeah, he takes quite a bit of damage and is like half in the mouth of your toad.
Do we hear noises?
Help!
Yeah, I don't know. Unless he makes a noise, not really. I mean, these are.
Well, Bungo, with his infinite perception,
Yeah,
can hear the
Bungo might.
chomping and the.
Bungo might.
Well, my perception's 15, which is still pretty high.
He did also yell for help.
All right, I'm gonna come over. Let's see what's happening. And so these creatures.
Should we roll initiative?
Yeah, let's do that actually.
Yeah, what's in the barrels? Also, I opened those while Sizzler was doing whatever.
Okay. You guys are wild. All right.
So he opened the barrels. I'm still focused on the barrels if he's opening the barrels.
Okay, here's what we're going to do.
More guests in the barrels.
Bungo's going to open the barrels. Sizzler and the toad are dying to gas. So you guys pick how you want to divvy it up.
If you look at the chat, I said Bungo uses crowbar before the bite even happened.
That's fine.
Right.
Okay.
So, like,
Okay,
I
so
would
you
have
got,
known what's going on before I go and rescue Sizzler. I'll rescue
Exactly.
Sizzler. I just want to know what's happening.
okay, roll a 1d12. Bungo. All right. No, it's fine. You pop open a barrel and it's empty.
The barrel full of great axes, and you get hit by one.
Why'd you give me an empty barrel? Wait! I hear Sizzler being bitten. To arms!
To arms!
All right. Let me roll initiative for these our ghastly friends. All right, 15. Okay, so we are we're
Why
at
am I
should
at the
be-
bottom?
Mine should be
I'm-
19, but
I'm-
it triple rolled.
okay. I'm shifting everybody around. It's just the bottom because it puts you guys in a random order, and so I'm setting it all up. Okay, so yours
It
is.
did not add my initiative because
I'll add it. Okay, so Bungo, you're first.
wow, Drip teleported. That's awesome.
Should
Drip-
either be before or after Drip, because my
Sure.
first roll is the yeah. There you go.
Drip, you have to go back to the room with the barrels with Bungo.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so Bungo, you went, right?
30, 40, 50, and I'll yell out, "Hark! Our friend needs our help, assistance." And that's it. Stay there,
Okay.
Sizzler. Help is on the way.
Okay, Drip, what would you like to do?
So each square is a 10?
Yes, each square is a 10.
10, 20,
That's
30.
going to be a running theme in this section, is that each square is 10.
Okay. So I only go 30. But I'm going to use a bardic inspiration for Sizzler, because I feel like he needs it. And I'm going to sing to him. I'm going to say, Sizzler, you're amazing and you're fighting all by yourself, but we are coming, so hang on, hang on.
Pretty good.
That's going to be the end of my turn.
Pretty good. Okay. Who is next? Sizzler, you're next.
So
Sizzler.
what is a
Hold on.
bardic inspiration that I do?
Sorry, 1 second. It says it on the thing.
Yeah, I put it on there so you can see it.
You gain a 1d8.
To an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Okay.
And you can roll and then decide whether or not you're going to use it.
Okay, and then Sizzler, as your turn starts, I need you to make a Constitution saving.
So you can roll and then decide if you want to add a d8 to it or not.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Bards are pretty.
I don't know that would actually matter for Sizzler. He has no olfactory stuff.
Either way, he passes the check easily.
That's why he passes the check easily.
Okay, so what would you like to do, Sizzler?
I think he
I
built in
would-
the receptors for it. He's been taking
you-
listen to him.
You can smell things, right, Sizzler?
Academy.
I don't know.
I think he said that he couldn't when he first got blowed up.
All right, we can
probably
figure it out.
imagine that I did not. Okay, so I am going to disengage. I'm gonna hop off of Roberto's back, and I'm gonna stand here next to Bungo, and I will use a bonus action to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Don't worry, I shall protect you.
All right.
Behind me.
And then I'll be done.
Okay. Alden.
I actually go before Alden because of my
Alright.
dex.
Perfect. Ivaris, carry boy Alden.
It's 70 feet to get me there, and then I'm done. I'll take the dash action.
Okay. Wait, where are you?
Under me now.
I'm in the same
okay.
10-foot section that
Okay.
Sizzler's in.
Sure, I just didn't see you disappear. Alden, what would you like to do?
I think I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
Stand behind me.
infinite sanctuaries. Okay.
Well, I'm a little fragile right now.
Yeah, agreed.
What is my
Roberto,
AC right now?
I don't know. Google 5e infant AC.
Can I wear?
6.
Did my clothes downsize with me? Am I wearing heavy plate as a baby?
No. I thought that we decided that your clothes like still exist in the normal size. You're just a naked baby.
I'm pretty
That
sure
I
his
couldn't
AC is
remember.
6 because it's like a -4 dex penalty.
Okay, you have an AC of 6, but you're sanctuaried.
Yeah. So
right.
really an infinite AC, unless I get hit by something new.
True. Okay, that does not hit. Oh my God, Bungo! Not with the pictures.
Very
Not
disturbing.
with the pictures.
No.
Why can't you just think something nice?
I'm trying to get something nice, but I don't know how to put the picture in.
Well, I was more
Okay, what's
incredibly
wrong with
referring
Baby
to
Voldemort and or Pickle Rick? I don't get you
Wait.
guys.
How do I put a picture in again?
Pickle Rick is disgusting.
All right. Sorry. Was there anything else that the toad was doing?
Nope.
Okay. Also, yeah. Sorry, you have to. The toad has to make a dex save. No, I'm sorry. I lied. A Constitution save. Anything that starts its. Ooh. Okay. The toad. Poor old Roberto is now poisoned.
He's immune to poison, son.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to
good
say,
lord.
how's that work?
Not poisoned. Rip. Rip. Gas. Okay. Bungo. Oh, wait. Did we skip the
So,
gas?
in the interest of being fair, I think your ghosts. What are those? Ghost
Where the heck did they go?
They have not had a turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Oh yeah.
Lina, what?
Maybe
Where did
they just don't do anything.
Did Lina roll?
I got
Lina,
18.
Okay. What the heck did the gas roll? I thought we were both on the. I thought everyone was on the thing. Okay, Lina, I'll add you. And
Gas got a
I got a
15.
15. Okay. All right, so we're still in okay range for the gas. Lina, you can go, and then I'll let the gas.
Okie dokie. Lina will trot over here. And are they behind the door?
No, the door's open.
Oh, cool. So go in there.
That's a lot of movement.
Yeah, what's your movement?
8
These
million.
are 10-foot squares.
She's gonna go here. And then she'll extend herself over on her tippy toes to peek around the corner. And then cast Magic Missile.
Nah, I don't think that you can extend your tippy toes like 15 feet or whatever it needs to be. You're 1 square away from the corner.
She did ballet.
No, I don't think so.
Sounds legit to me.
You could always take your mask off. I'll let the light go around the corner, but all of your teammates are going to have to make the saves necessary to do that. How about that? That's the trade-off I'll give you.
No, there's a baby here. You can't do that.
Endanger all of your teammates and potentially hit the gas, or wait till your next turn to hit the gas.
Everyone except for me has
And harm a
sanctuary on
baby.
it, so they'll be fine. Just melt me.
Okay, Lena's done.
I thought I'd give you the option.
I entered a picture.
All right. Oh, so much cuter. Thank you. All right, so it's the gas turn now.
Told you they have AC 6.
They are going to attack at the closest thing to them, which at this point is the toad. The first one is going to try to make it out of the bind. Is that a strength or a dex? What does it say?
It could
Scrolling
be
up.
either. It's escape DC 13,
Okay.
so it can either be athletics or acrobatics.
All right, he is freed. But that is his turn. The other two both swipe at. That's not true. One will swipe at him with his claws, and one will try to bite Roberto back.
Neither of those hit.
Jesus, that's brutal. Okay, well the gas are useless per usual with my creatures, other than last week. And hashtag boys night. All right, Bungo, it's your turn.
Okay. I turn to the group and say, I'm glad that you guys are standing back. And I pull out a flask in which I quaff it down. It's a potion of fire breath. And
Okay.
I step up and I breathe fire.
All right. Is there like a breathe fire roll that you have?
I mean, you give us this potion of fire breath. Let's see. I believe it's just going to be a breathe fire thing. Give me, what would you...
Let's see. Potion of
It doesn't
fire
say.
breath, 5e. Okay, after drink this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. The target must make a DC 13 dex saving throw. Holy, taking 46 on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
Just A, it's not a cone?
No, it says a target.
That's
Well, then I'll
46.
back
Yeah,
And
46.
half on a save.
That still seems insane.
All right, so which one is like full? Like, which one did Roberto spit out?
The one closest, like the one closest to him. So it'll be this one.
All right, I don't want to do
can't
that one.
move it properly, but it's the one on the left.
Sure. I want to melt the other one then.
The other, there are two on top of
the
each other.
peeking
behind.
one.
There's three total. Oh, the peeking one. Okay, sure.
Yeah, if there's two on top of each other, I want to aim for both.
I'll tell
They're
you
on
what.
top of each other because it's 10-foot squares.
I'll tell you what. I'll allow you to do that if they get advantage on their dex save.
No.
Okay.
That seems...
All right. So just one will make its dex save. 12 doesn't do it? Question mark? Nope, it doesn't do it. Okay, it takes a roll 4d6, and this thing is going to burn likely to death.
Oof.
Nope,
Oof.
maybe not. Okay, so yeah, you light this thing on fire though. It's not happy.
Is that it? How long does this thing last? I get like 8 of these.
I
get 3 times. Okay, 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times or an hour.
Yeah. All right. There's one.
That's awesome.
I am done.
Okay. Drip.
All right. Everybody's still not in that room, right? Yes. All right. I'm gonna take. All right. Can I move diagonally? 1. Or is that 2?
Just
It's one square, so it
Yeah.
would still be 2.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm here. I'm gonna get in front of Roberto, and then I'm going to Thunder Wave.
All right. What is the text on Thunderwave? You push everything away from you, right?
Yeah, so let me pull up the text on Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
Because
Thunder.
It's a 15-foot cube starting from you, and I think
Yeah.
what is it? If they fail the save, it pushes everything away.
Yeah, hold on. It's audible though for 300 feet.
Holy, yeah, you're gonna break everyone's ears. Okay, so 2 make the save and 1 does not.
Yeah. All right. So
Actually, the one that Bungo lit on fire is the one that did not make the save.
So no matter what, they take. So a creature that failed gets 2d8 thunder damage. all the successful people get half of that.
Okay, so that's the because you cast it at a higher level, so that's the 9
Right.
plus 8. That's the full amount, right?
Right. So I cast it at a higher level, so 9 plus 8 would be 17. Would be the people that failed, and
Okay.
then everybody else would be getting 8.
Okay. Got it. All right. Yep. The one that Bungo injured failed to save, and it seems quite injured now. Anything else? So the one that
they're also pushed back a square,
well,
right?
Just the one that
Yeah.
the one that failed. Just the one that failed.
Just that one.
Just the one that failed gets pushed back. And then I guess I'm gonna 5-foot step behind Roberto. Be safe. So I'm just like, and now I'm back behind Roberto. I don't know. Can I viciously mock?
Is it a bonus action?
Let me look. It is an instantaneous action. Casting time is 1 action. No. Yeah, they're both 1 actions. Okay. That's it for me.
All right. Sizzler.
I'm gonna take a step forward here, and then I don't think, based on their position, I can hit all 3 anymore. But I'm gonna throw fire here to hit those 2.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can make the dex saves for these 2. Dex. Okay, the first one, the one closest to you, does not make the save, and the second one does. So your fire doesn't quite make it all the way out to the furthest one, but yeah, you light this other one on fire for 6 damage.
Your sanctuary spell ends.
Sure.
Haha, you're no longer sanctuaried.
Wait, why would it end?
It ends if you deal damage to another creature.
Damage? Oh, you're right.
The gods frown upon you. Anything else, Sizzler? The gas look over at you and notice that the prior spell that was placed on you is no longer.
Yeah, did they roll a perception check?
Oh yeah, they all rolled perception checks and they all crit them. Just kidding. All right, Ivaris.
Don't forget, Sizzler, you have Bardic Inspiration. You better use it. I'm tired of giving it to
I'm gonna peek around the corner, and does one of them look more damaged than the other?
Yeah, the one furthest away looks damaged.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire an arrow
furthest away.
at it.
Okay, sure. Both of them hit 13 and 25. Oof. All right, yeah, you this thing, 2 arrows just pierce into this thing, and it screeches and just falls down on its back. It seems to be dead, as dead as an undead creature can be.
All right, and then
Wait, they're undead?
Yes.
I'll duck back behind the corner, and I'll just Alden, do you want to be able to see them or hide?
I want to be able to see them.
I will turn my hip so that my quiver is just barely sticking out around the corner.
Look at them.
Let me know when you want me ready to pull back.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right.
Do you want the baby to tell you when to pull out?
No,
I don't get it.
Already.
Are we talking about my hard woods again?
I don't get it.
Boys, no!
Gross.
Okay. Alden.
I don't get it.
Alden, are you doing anything?
Yeah. There are 3 of these things, right? 3?
2 now.
No, there's 2 now. Yeah, sorry. I'll kill the
2.
dead one. There you go.
I cast Bane. Wait, let me make sure I'm in range for that. We're over here, 10, 20. Is this guy still in this square?
They're each where they are. I don't know. What do you mean?
I didn't know if this guy had like moved up to attack.
What?
This back one.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Okay,
it
so he's right
in
there.
melee with Roberto?
Yeah, sure. So he can be here. I was just trying to differentiate between the 2 that were
Okay. I guess Bane.
Sorry. You want to try? Do you want to try to RP that again?
Bane.
No, I don't think that's how it sounds for infant Alden.
I go.
Well, he doesn't say I cast Bane.
No.
Yeah, I didn't actually say. That's not how I cast my spells. I don't cast my spells. Go.
I cast Bane.
I say. Halt, you evil dude! And I cast Bane. Let's see. We'll do that. Okay. Let's see. Charisma saving throw. And that's against my spell DC, right?
Okay, so they have to make charisma saving throws. I believe it or not, this might come as a shock, but undead creatures are not very charismatic.
That's crazy.
What?
Are you guys shocked? Are you shocked? Wow, so they both fail miserably.
Yeah. Well, not miserably. The first one got kind of close.
Oh.
It was only a 14.
Oh. Okay, so
now whenever they whenever they attack,
The opposite
they have
of
to
bless.
Yeah. Opposite of #bless. The target must roll d4 and subtract that whenever they roll for an attack roll or a saving throw.
Holy, okay, so these things just die. No. All right, I get it.
Bane.
Yep, great. Sounds great. Lina, it's your turn.
Jeez.
I wiggle my hips
Come
the other
out of the
direction to
shadow.
pull him back.
That's
You gotta
really
can you use a Bane
Can
voice?
you do that during
with
your
a-
turn? Or during my turn, I guess?
I was born in the darkness. What? I can't even do it.
Can we do Bane in a baby Alden's voice?
Baby Bane.
Hey. That's as good as I can get that, I think.
I was born in the shadows.
You feel in charge.
Lina casts magic missile.
All right,
You also need to roll to see if you get a wild magic surge.
do it.
Oh, I haven't done that for the past like 3 spells.
Roll 3.
That's fine. Yeah. I too like to dabble in wild magic.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
yes! All right,
Oof.
very happy.
Bah, bah, bah.
Wah, 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 wah. Okay, what do we want to do? What kind of mystery magic do we want to do tonight? 1,000, 10,000, something else?
Let's do 10,000.
Now the whole party is babies.
Yeah,
Can't
whatever
wait
happened
to
to that?
get fireballed again.
Whatever happened to that holy war last time?
Yeah, you guys decided you didn't want to participate in that. You wanted to go down a random hole that you found in a cave.
I didn't want to do this.
Okay, Lina. Oh no, hold on. The one I just. Where did it go?
A
Hold
holy
on.
war sounds
So
amazing.
what's happening?
I've got to find a different one. Hold on.
Lina can't control her magic that well, and sometimes she makes a little oopsie.
All
And
right, Lina,
sometimes that oopsie causes a 3-way holy war.
Yeah, it's the butterfly effect, you know.
Lina,
you
give me
kill
the
an
10. Give me the
ogre,
10,000.
and it causes holy wars. Same thing. Same thing.
So what you're saying is she just picked a whole bouquet of oopsie daisies.
All right.
Oopsie Easter lilies.
Let's see. 9,207.
It's above 9,000.
What? Above 9,000?
All right, 9,207. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. So, who is wearing armor
I'm not.
within 60 feet of Lina?
Are we saying heavy armor
Everyone?
or armor at all?
Just armor.
Literally any armor.
I am not.
I am.
I
I
don't
am not.
have armor.
Okay,
Armor is
so if
persistent.
just type who is, sorry. Type something in the chat if you are, just so we can get doesn't matter what you type, a 1 or a yes or something. Okay, so just you three?
Oh, I'm not wearing armor. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I
Okay,
tried
so
to
just
put it in
Sizzler and Ivaris. Okay, you're not wearing any armor, Bungo?
No, man, I'm manly. What are you talking about? It's
What
just
are you
it's just
wearing?
my chest.
Yeah, what are you wearing?
Just my chest. I'm a monk.
So what are you
Unarmored.
Okay,
Unarmored AC.
yeah, Alden, you escaped this
I'm
one.
wearing Dolce Gabbana, I guess.
Nice.
That's what
This
I'm
one
wearing.
by being a baby. So
We'll see
Ivaris,
how that works with Var.
Ivaris and Sizzler. Well, Sizzler, this is actually already sort of true for you, but this is more for Ivaris, I guess. All of a sudden, you have this like flash sort of go off, but inside of your head, and you look down at your armor, and you are like under 100% under the impression that like that is your actual chest now.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, anyone in armor within 60 feet of Lina thinks the armor is part of him or her.
I think I'm made of leather now and not metal.
Oh my god, I actually really like that. Yep.
Huh.
Ooh,
What about
that's not hardy at
Alden?
all.
He like having a crisis because he thinks his skin is
No,
on
because
him?
Alden's not wearing his armor.
Yeah, it's too big
Swaddled.
for me now.
Well,
Have
at
to
least that
grow into
explains
it.
the weight gain for Sizzler.
I will unpack this later.
All right. Whose turn is it now?
It is the ghost turn.
Go.
Oh wait, Lina, what were you
get
doing?
shoot
our
Lina,
missile.
yeah, you gotta shoot your magic missile.
Yeah, I did. It did 8 damage.
All right, which one did you hit? Sorry.
The one in front of Roberto.
All right. Okay, good times. All right, so the gas are going to attack now, and they do so at a horrible disadvantage. They're going to try to bite Roberto back. So it's what, -4 to each of those rolls?
Minus 1d4.
Oh,
The first one
So
still
probably
hits.
not quite as bad.
Oh, the first one still hits? Okay. So the first one hits and the second one doesn't regardless, right? Yes, it's -3. 11 -3. Okay, so if the first one hits, Roberto takes 13 piercing damage. Get nommed on, son. All right. That's all they do. Roberto.
2 or 3 can play at that game, and he bites back.
We just keep fighting each other. An 8 does not hit.
Yeah, croaks in dismay.
All right, Bungo.
I would like to use my second fire attack and spit a gout of flame at this ghost. Please make a Dex 13 save.
All right. Dex save coming right up.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, wait.
14.
But wait. But wait.
More.
Bane. Time to go. Come
4.
out of the shadows.
4. I get a 10.
Sweetness.
Got it.
Got him.
Hey, remember the
Oh!
time Alden did an extra 2d6 damage, but still had Sanctuary?
Ugh. All right. You burn the shit out of this thing.
All right.
It's still
Then
alive, but it's looking
I'd like
much
to come
worse
up
for wear.
and offhand short sword the bitch.
Do it. That hits as well.
So obviously,
you slice this.
I get the sneak, but I don't get the extra.
That's okay. You slice this thing's head clean.
I think you, because it's only a bonus action to spit fire.
Is it?
It doesn't matter. You slice this thing's clean head, like
super dead.
It's the whole
clean
thing.
off. It's way dead. Very, very dead. Bungo, second kill of the evening. Feeling good.
It's what I do. Yeah. Well, that's action. If the bonus action was to spit fire and the action was to chop off this thing's head, these are 10-foot squares. So am I within melee range of this ghoul, this ghost?
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll stay put and say I ain't afraid of no ghost.
All right. So we are on drip.
All right. How badly does this guy like? There's only one guy left.
Correct. It's the one not in front of Bungo.
All right. How bad does he look?
He actually doesn't look that bad.
I'm gonna hit him with my rapier.
I'm in the grill piece.
To hit.
Oh yeah. All right, 9 damage.
Boom.
You
Destroyed.
have enraged the ghast. Okay, whose turn is it? Sizzler?
I'll shoot a crossbow at it. Boom!
Ouch.
Nice.
Yeah, that smashes it. All right. It looks hurt. Very hurt. As in, like, emotionally that you shot it, Sizzler.
I'll be done.
A single tear rolls down the ghast's cheek. Sizzler, how could you? Ivaris, it's your turn. Yep, that hits too.
Is it still moving after the first arrow?
No, you kill this thing. It just clean goes right through its body and it collapses in a pile of undead creature.
Well, that explains the smell.
Thanks for the rescue, team.
Yes.
I'll hop back.
Says
I give him a
leather.
thumbs up.
Leather Sizzler.
Well, let's poke our heads into the room.
Oh my god, what happened to my shirt?
Which room are you?
The one that all the gas were in.
Okay, sure. So you poke your head into the room that the gas were in, and it reveals sort of a longer hallway. Here, I will show it to you.
Guys, I have a question. Did I make myself out of leather?
I don't know. You do what you want to do.
Totally, you did. I just want to be affirmative towards him to put him at ease. Of course, you did.
Seems like a
His leather
strange
is
choice,
sturdy.
but I know Bungo wouldn't lie to me.
Well, look at you. You got leather on right now, don't you?
I do.
All right, this does not seem interesting. These two rooms. I'm gonna go back and open kegs of.
Well, just quickly,
Okay.
what you see is this room contains the remains of a mining operation. Pickaxes, hammers, and other similar tools litter the floor, as do gnawed bones, torn black robes, and rubber boots.
Ooh. Okay, it's a little more interesting now. I'm still gonna go. I don't know. What is it? Does anybody else want to do stuff? I'm sorry. I'm just wandering around.
Let's walk around the corner here.
All right. So what you see when you walk around the corner is an exposed on the stonework on the side of the wall. There's an exposed thick vein of copper ore running through it, and paper scraps sort of litter the floor.
Anything interesting about the paper scraps?
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation, see if you can piece it together. Oh, yeah, you piece it together all right. So once you piece all these pieces, all the little paper parts together, similar to what Ivaris had discovered earlier, it says, Day 10. With lightning and copper wires, I created a pack of ghouls. The boss was not impressed. He says I'm not ready for the arcane secrets that the future may hold. I'll show him. His flesh golem has given me an idea for a trap more devious than he could ever devise. Lightning? Is there anything else it can't do?
The son of a bitch made the lightning book.
Yes, the lightning book is the height of magical power.
Is it pronounced Calabash or Frankenstein?
Yeah, exactly. All right, what's next?
Alden, keep up.
Never.
I
Get
kind
these
of want to
tiny
go back over
bugs.
here and see what is down this way.
Okay, so Drip is going.
I was say, hold on, guys. We missed a little hallway thing. I'm very much a completionist. I'm gonna go down every drawer, every single door. Want to
Okay,
look at it,
so
kind of thing.
you pop into this room and notice that okay, the floor is plated with copper tiles. There is a metal coated skull that
Ooh,
floats around the room,
shit.
giving off crackling sounds as it seemingly electrifies something. There's these rays of lightning shooting out of it. A flesh golem stands in the middle of the room amid destroyed tables and shards of broken glass and rusty mining equipment. In the southwest corner of the room is seemingly looks like some sort of a chute or otherwise like I don't know, sort of like little cave area that shoots off to the southeast. What would you like to do?
Ooh, I would like to full on retreat and say there's some weird shit in that room. That's super scary.
Roll a perception check, Drip, before you run away.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't tell. I mean, as far as you know, the flesh golem did not see you poke your head around the corner.
Yep. Run! Well, should I like roll to stealth? No, I guess I wasn't being stealthy. I was just poking my head around and then retreating. Guys, creepiest thing in that room. I say we don't go in there.
Well, what is it?
There's a flesh golem. There's a floating skull. There's, darkness and mayhem, and it's a no-no room.
Oh, this thing is so spooky looking.
Can I have a picture? Ooh. I changed my mind. I do not want a picture. Take it back.
Take it back. Take the picture back.
Alright, does anyone want to do anything? Or I'll keep doing shit. We go open some caskets.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Open. Hello?
Let's not antagonize a floating skull shooting lightning.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling.
All right,
Maybe
so
we
we're
But I bet he
investigate
drops good loot.
further.
Let's go
Uh-oh.
kill him.
No,
Come on, it'll be fun.
no.
Be funny.
I need some healing before we go battling a bunch of other stuff. Anybody, got some healing?
Maybe we should take a brief rest before continuing further.
Question. The room where all the goblins were, isn't that like a marketplace?
Yes,
Would they have healing potions?
they may.
I will cast Lesser Restoration on Drip.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Yeah. Whoops. That's not how
Not-
that works.
Yeah, that's not what that spell does.
Oh, that is. Never mind. Not in the Lesser Restoration. I was just joking.
We could just take a short rest and use some hit dice.
I suppose.
All right, so anyone, if you're going to take a short rest, anyone who wants to use their hit die, can do so appropriately.
Alright, my hit die was a D8? I don't remember. Did I just click hit die? Not helpful. Oh, I have Font of Inspiration. I get back all my bardic rests, which is great because no one ever uses them.
So, Alden, any idea when you're going to become fully grown again?
Not a clue.
I also did this while we were resting.
I don't know how any of this stuff works.
So
Alden,
everybody gets an extra 1d6 for their healing.
Now you tell.
Oh, nope, that's not how I did it. It's /R. Yes? Ha.
okay, so is everyone appropriately healed given the circumstances?
All right.
Yep.
Pretty
I
sure
don't
I
have
was
any more
already
fire
at full
breath
health.
going on. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do now?
What's here?
Are you going to go down that way?
I'd like to peer this way.
Okay, so as you peer around the corner, Bungo, you see the following: an empty corridor. Dun dun dun.
What's at the end of the empty corridor?
An unfinished mining operation trail thing.
Okay. Well, that was a good idea. Let's go back to the flesh golem. Isn't that what we're here for? Isn't that why we rested?
Not necessarily.
Does anybody know anything about flesh golem?
They're golems made out of flesh.
Mm.
Isn't it in a room with a skull that is just shooting lightning bolts out of it
Oh,
like
that seems bad.
like nothing else?
Okay, that seems bad. Hey, did you know there was a room I tried to go into earlier back over yonder? Would you
What
like to
yonder?
accompany me up around those parts?
What yonder?
I reckon up here.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. But we gotta finish opening all those barrels, though. Or are they just empty?
We can open one more, see if they're empty. I'll take the crowbar to it.
That sounds awesome.
Hey, would that be athletics or straight, just a pure strength save? Or
I think
check?
he just wanted you to roll a d12 to determine what was in it.
Correct. 1d12. I'll let you pop it open, but just roll a 1d12 and I'll let you know what's in it, what you find. Okay, so you roll again, and you find nothing, an empty barrel.
Yeah, I think these are all empty.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you shake them to find out?
Well, this is the second one I've opened.
Also,
They
if they're
seem-
really full, then when you shake them, they won't make a noise anyways.
But it would be about 30 times harder to shake.
I like how you come up with that number. I want to see the math on that, but not right now.
Yeah, and I go sprinting towards this hallway.
I'm gonna walk at a normal pace so I'm not winded when I get there.
You guys are wild.
Onwards, I suppose.
Okay, so you're skipping the flesh golem.
Yeah, that's even scary, and I don't want to.
It's actually sort of shocking to me. Okay, so you got him. Okay, so you see a door.
Yeah, I would like to open said door. Open says me.
All right. You swing the door open. Well, you push the door open, and you are going to need to make an athletics check.
Surely you meant acrobatics.
Nope, I definitely meant athletics.
It's to see if you're winded from opening that door.
Bungo, you give the door a good shove, and it doesn't budge.
What's happening? It's not working? I have no strength.
Well, perhaps I can apply my crowbar to this and get advantage on this strength opening thing.
Don't worry, guys. I'll open the door.
Okay, actually, I'll let Baby Alden step up. Here, do you want the crowbar?
No.
Actually, I would like to cast, or attempt to cast. Oh, is the door locked? It's not locked, is it?
You don't know.
Well, then I'm going to try to cast this.
Well, would I know from trying just to open it?
You wouldn't know if from opening it. I mean, let's say this: the door like moves a little bit, but you can't quite tell exactly what's going on. Make an investigation check. Let's see what you can determine.
Me?
No.
I like
Bungo
how
from
these are
trying to open the door.
investigations and not perceptions.
Okay, yeah, you can't, you have no idea what's going on, Bungo. You're like, is this even a door, or is this like a monkey, or?
Does my
Yeah,
thermology open the door?
Can I take the crowbar to it?
Sure, you can try again with the crowbar. Roll an athletics check with advantage.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, you don't even need to. All right, so you pry this door open, and as you pry with all of your might to get this door open, you notice that the door's opening very, very slowly, and it's taking a lot of effort. And you notice that the door seems to be like very crudely barricaded with like all this old furniture that's been piled against the door.
Can I open it enough to get in? Since I'm so tiny or small? Or perhaps I could throw, you know what I should do? I should throw Alden in to help clear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do that.
throw little baby Alden in.
Actually, you know what? No. I pry it open a little bit, and then I take out of my pouch this tiny potion labeled "Drink Me," and I drink it down.
All right. I love it. Okay, Bungo. Let me get the exact stats. Oh, okay. Let me see. Whew, all right. Bungo,
Yes.
you're you are halved in size in all dimensions, and your weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal.
I am now a tiny creature.
Roll a 1d4.
Okay.
1 hour you will be tiny, and your weapons, so your weapons, everything shrinks to your new size.
Sure.
You have disadvantage on strength and strength saving throws.
Okay.
And while your the size of your weapons are reduced, the target's attacks now deal 1d4 less damage.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I'm now tiny, right? Because I'm 1/8 my weight.
Yes.
Oh man, that's rough. And then my size is now halved. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct in all dimensions.
At least we don't
So
have
I'm
to worry about you
half
squeezing into
pump.
things.
Yeah. So I mean, with this the tiny amount of room that I've been able to create, can I squeeze into the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Into the opening? Sweet. Bungo!
All right, Bungo, what you see now as you squeeze through this like little hole that you made, it, the sort of the little opening in the door that you made with your strength that you seemingly have lost from the drink me potion, is the following. Apart from the crude barricades, you see an animated life-sized puppet of a human, seemingly a human male, is hard at work on an experiment. The puppet is made, from what you can tell, I don't know, primarily from like this canvas material with this like shoddy canvas cloak draped over its shoulders. However, dozens of cloth eyes have been sewn into the cloak, and the cloth eyes like blink and look back at you. The puppet looms over. The puppet looms over a stone table covered with dusty alchemical equipment and with vials filled with various solid and liquid substances. And you see, like I said, you see the eyes of this sort of like shoddily made cape blinking and like moving around, but like most of them are focused on you.
Idaho!
You get no response.
All right, then I'd like to start taking the furniture down and unblockading the door.
As you start making sounds, you hear this like horrible like voice, like just a horrible like old deranged voice come out of the like this like puppet creature that's like looming over the table like working, and it says, terrible and painful magical death, fireballs and lightning bolts, be gone, be gone.
That's super creepy.
Okay. So am I successful in taking stuff down?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that would be a strength save since you're trying to take down normal human-sized furniture as like a tiny creature. Some sort of strength roll to remove it, and how long it's going to take for you to move this stuff without the aid of your companions.
And
You
then
roll strength with disadvantage in the small state.
I thought it was 1d4 less.
No, that's for damage.
Well, all right. Well, here's athletic. Oof. How about a 9? How's that?
Yeah, I mean,
how's that?
you start moving it, but it looks like, I mean, you would imagine that it's going to take you some period of time to do it without any aid. Like, it's not going to just take you like a minute or two to get all that like piled up furniture in front of the door when you're like just so tiny.
Ah, this is disappointing. All right, what's everyone else doing? I mean, I have other ideas, but I
that
don't
is
wanna...
my question. What is everyone else doing?
I am waiting for the door to open and considering going to the marketplace and getting healing potions. Mostly I'm waiting for the door to open.
Bungo, are you alive?
Yes. Nothing can kill the legendary Bungo.
Your voice is freaking me out. You can hit all the high notes.
Do you need a hand? What did you find?
I found a creepy rug with eyes and another door, but this door seems to be barricaded. I need your help to push on it.
I will go help. I'll set the quiver with Alden down and then go help.
Have fun.
Don't crawl away.
No promises.
Okay, so what's going on?
Just try to help push the door open.
Okay, give me a. Okay, so you can push the door open, Ivaris. You like between Bungo removing the furniture and and you pushing on the door, you shove sort of the door open, at least enough space for a normal sized human to get through. You'd imagine that like Roberta would have a tough time getting through. I don't think you would have a tough time getting through if you wanted to, Ivaris.
I don't think Roberta would have a tough time getting through. I think he would just crush through.
That might be the case.
Hi, Ivaris.
What is that?
Ooh, creepy room.
He doesn't like noise, so try to keep it down. Can you help me unbarricade the door?
Yeah, I will go move furniture out of the way to clear the door.
Attaboy.
Doesn't like sound, you say? Prepares Thunderwave.
But it doesn't seem to be aggressive.
I'll go grab Alden. and
I didn't
tie my
throw
quiver
away.
back on my waist.
Okay. What's our pal Sizzler doing?
Says there's on a BRB.
Okay. All right. So Alden is
Sizzler's
back.
on autopilot.
Alden is back in the purse, huh? If you will, the archery purse,
Papoose.
and you guys are forcing your way into this room, huh?
Yup.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Right.
not.
Okay, so as whoever enters the room, this like puppet-esque thing keeps saying like over and over, terrible, painful, magical death. Like it just keeps repeating the same sort of phrases over and over.
Question. DM,
Yes.
since my height has shrunk, but my muscles are still as dense, wouldn't I be exponentially more powerful, allowing me to do yet more incredible acrobatic feats?
No.
Seems like your physics in this world do not make sense.
Normally it would work, but there's some very low-lying smoke in this area, and it's not
Well,
good for your lungs.
Yeah,
It must be very cold.
I
Yeah,
also feel like you are
Very hot.
underestimating the other physiological effects that would have on your body that might not be.
Yes, go ahead, Alden. Sorry.
Oh, that was it.
No, yeah, as you well know, in this world,
All I know is my junk looks huge.
Nope. You actually lost half a proportion size in every dimension.
Is that what I'm wearing right now?
It is.
Nice.
Drip hands this over to Alden.
I'll cherish it always.
Oh my god.
Until you fucking Incredible Hulk blasts out of it later.
That's what's gonna happen.
In like 8 hours.
To be fair, we don't know if clothes that I'm wearing will upscale. We don't know that yet.
We should fasten a suit of armor made out of platinum.
Sizzler, can you see what this strange puppet in a weird cloak is experimenting?
Excuse me? Is a puppet
get back.
experimenting on something?
Wiz, do you want to give him a rundown on what's in this room?
Yeah. So when okay, so just to sort of backtrack for a minute. So our friend Bungo drank his drink me little person
It's
potion.
everyone's friend Bungo.
Sorry, everyone's friend Bungo, and he turned into he lost half a dimension in every respect. Like he turned into half of a Bungo in every regard. So he's now a tiny creature, and that's going to last for an hour. So he sort of pushed his way into this room and discovered a this like puppet type thing that's like animated in a life-sized, essentially human size, that seems to be like hanging above this, like looming over this stone table that's covered with alchemical equipment and various vials of I don't know, solid and liquid substances, like all kinds of these different substances, and it seems to be doing some sort of experiment. It's like sliding around and pouring things into other things and like sort of chuckling to itself a little bit. And there's this like shoddy gray cloak draped over its shoulders, and there are like dozens of cloth eyes that have been sewn onto the cloak, but the eyes are like blinking and like looking around the room, and their eyes are particularly trained on Bungo. And since you guys have entered the room, the puppet thing seems to just keep repeating the same phrase over and over and over again. It says, terrible pain and magical death, fireballs and lightning bolts, be gone, over and over and over.
He likes saying that
interesting. Can I tell what he's doing, alchemy-wise?
You roll an Arcana check.
How about I roll my alchemist satchel?
Sure, you can tell from your acute knowledge of alchemy that he is not working on alchemy.
Oh, he said alchemical stuff, so I
Yeah,
see.
I mean, there's a bunch of like different like potions and all these vials and stuff, but you are very knowledgeable about like the creation of potions and all kinds of that stuff, and that is not. He is working with potions. He's not creating a potion, if that makes sense.
That does not make sense.
He's not using all the things on the table to make a potion.
He's making something else
Right,
with the
exactly.
other.
Right,
Okay.
correct.
Hey, friend, what you doing?
And he just replies, "Magic! I'm doing magic!"
I would like to detect magic.
Okay, give me. You can cast detect magic, and if anyone wants to give me an Arcana check, they can do that. Sizzler, you don't detect any magic.
Sir, I don't believe you are actually doing any magic.
Lina, you're standing next to Sizzler, and you witness him sort of throwing all these potions around, and sort of like pouring vials into each other, and he's like putting it in the solid material, etc., etc. And then you sort of see Sizzler like look over at you and shrug his shoulders, like as he sort of tries to figure out what's going on. And you survey this situation and see if you can sort of figure out what's going on. And you can tell sort of your combined knowledge, you can tell that like this puppet's not really doing anything. It's just pouring shit into other shit.
Okay.
Where's the puppet? On the map, where's the puppet?
Yeah, sure. So it'll be right in the center of the room. I'll draw it.
Did the cloak not appear magical?
Nope, the cloak doesn't really appear magical. Here,
The blinking eyes aren't magical?
Haven't you seen eyes on a cloak before? God. Dear sweet Ivaris.
Not really. Obviously, there's some sort of small bit of magic involved, but it's nothing particularly noteworthy, we'll say.
Sweet, well-groomed Ivaris.
And
Can
then,
I take the cloak off of the puppet?
So you want to try to reach up and touch the puppet?
Yes.
Or touch the puppet's clothes or something
I
along
want
those
to
lines?
try to take the coat off of it.
He wants to reach out and just touch the hem of his cloak.
I don't get it.
That's a super duper biblical reference.
Come on, Lina. You're not up on your Bible studies?
Apparently not.
He's gonna
Okay.
notice.
Okay, so the puppet, the head of the puppet, as you reach up and touch its cloak, first of all the eyes train on you, Sizzler, as you like walk up to it, and then as you reach up and touch the hem of its cloak, it like the puppet's head spins around and looks at you too, and just says "fire," and its eyes start to glow. Would you like to continue your effort to remove its cloak?
Yes.
I think that means no. Keep your hands to yourself.
Hold on, I have an idea. What if I bewitched it? Does it seem to have intelligence?
Ivaris, I think we should open the door in case the worst happens. We may need an avenue of escape. These idiots can't do anything.
Oh,
Alden, you
that's not
should
very nice.
move yourself.
Fired.
I'm going to
It's like
enthralling
watching
performance.
Grey's Anatomy. Whatever the worst thing that can happen will happen.
But Grey's Anatomy is so fun to watch.
That's
Oh, they're up in a plane. Oh, it's gonna crash.
Okay, instead of grabbing its cloak,
You guys are insane. Just for the
what if
record.
I just knock one of its off the table?
I didn't expect a lesson in Grey's Anatomy lore.
That was a terrible episode, by the way.
There's a bomb in the building. I guess it's gonna go off.
But they teased us for so long with its.
There goes the coach from Friday Night Lights.
Sizzler, what were you doing?
I'm knocking a vial off the counter instead to see what the puppet does.
Okay, the puppet continues to like shift around. Sizzler, you knock some stuff off, and the puppet doesn't seem to react a ton. It just keeps picking up other things and dropping them into other things, and just sort of continues its work around the vials that are remaining.
I'm gonna knock the rest of the stuff onto the floor.
Thought you were a bird man.
Seriously, why are you being so rude to this puppet? Like
Not a
She's
cat
secretly a
man.
cat man, yeah.
the as you like knock the rest of the stuff over, the puppet just stops moving. The eyes on the cloak continue to blink, however.
Whoopsie daisies.
Oh, this thing's creeping me out. Let's move on.
Hey, does he have strings on him?
What?
He's a puppet. Don't they have strings?
He's got no strings
no,
to
there are no
hold
strings.
him down, to make him
Then what makes him a
make him
puppet?
frown.
I mean, he's just like sort of hanging over this. He's sort of hanging
Is he
over.
the kind where you put the hand up?
Let's
I don't
try
know.
this.
Why don't you try to?
America!
Why don't you try to
Stick
figure
your
it
hand
out?
up its butt. See what happens.
Try to figure it out.
Investigate.
That's gonna get me on a list.
We
It
could just
definitely
leave
is.
it alone.
It would get you on the same list that Boys Night got everybody else on.
You
I'm
know,
gonna.
Very fair.
this thing isn't bothering us. We could just go to the next room.
I'm gonna investigate it.
I'm too young to be on the list.
I know everything about it.
Okay, yeah. So you, Drip, you sort of walk around this thing, and you give it, you sort of watch it. You watch Sizzler interact with it. You watch sort of Lina check it out. And as you walk around, I mean, you notice that it seems to be enchanted in some way, but it doesn't seem to like have magical properties itself. And it's like very low level magic, like almost you're almost sort of surprised that it still functions with how, like, I don't know, sort of poorly constructed and it is. You also notice that the puppet's like primarily made of just wood and canvas.
I know a bunch about wood now because of #WoodFacts. Do I know what kind of wood it's made out of?
Certainly, I would.
Sure. You and Bungo can work together and give me some sort of a wood. Bungo, give me a wood carving roll with advantage because you and Drip are working together.
Oh, wood nature.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Nature with advantage or something.
How's the 26 doing?
Yeah,
for
you guys got it. It's combined. You guys got it. So you know that it's like
Our powers combined.
it's dark oak. It's definitely dark oak.
Ooh.
That's definitely my
It's a
favorite
hardwood.
professor.
Dark oak.
It's a hardwood because the oak flower. You know, the pores on the
Oh
oak
my god!
grass
I'm
is
gonna kill
smaller,
myself.
so it doesn't hold as much water.
Has it been an hour yet? Is Bungo back to normal size?
We've been trapped in this room forever.
For 8 minutes.
Hey, Mr. Puppet, what's your name?
It doesn't respond. And it has stopped. It has completely stopped moving since Sizzler knocked all of the items off of the stone table.
I'll pick one up and drop it into whatever he's mixing and all his shit into.
I mean, he wasn't mixing it into anything. He was like mixing them into each other, if that makes sense. It wasn't like he was mixing anything into anything particular, other than just like a vial that he mixed up before, like into a different vial, and like splitting them into two, and just starting the whole process all over again.
Okay,
So it's not
I'll
like
do
he has, like,
that.
a big cauldron or anything. So you
I'll
just
do
start putting things back on the table.
Yeah, but then I want to mix them too.
Okay, so like he starts mixing, and like as you're mixing, like he just doesn't even seem to. He starts doing it again, and it doesn't even seem to sort of notice that you're there.
This dude's broken.
Keep in
I
mind
like
that the whole time this is happening, he's just like yelling, "Terrible, painful magic death!" like over and over and over and over.
Can I try to open this door to try to escape the nuts that's
Sure,
going on here?
absolutely. The door, Bungo, swings open, and it reveals a hallway.
I think Lina just attacked the carpet.
Lina, I'm sorry, what did you do?
Lina casted Firebolt at some of the potions.
Okay, the potions explode off of the table.
Does
Is
it
there
get
anything?
bad?
Is there anything left on the table?
I don't know. Is there?
Let's see how much damage you did. Roll like a, let's see, roll a 1d10. All right, roll a 1d10 now. Okay, there are 2 potions left on the table. He keeps pouring them into each other.
Okay, I'm done with him. I even did fire, magical fire, and he didn't even react. Let's go.
What's with the electro zombie down there?
I'm trying to hold the door open with my full entire body.
Yeah, there was a.
But I don't give up.
There's a flesh golem in a room that's got a copper floor, and there's a metal skull floating around shooting off lightning bolts, and we decided it probably wasn't worth it.
That's
Okay.
why Bungo never gives up.
All right, I'm
That
following.
was beautiful.
Good job, Bungo.
Bungo
I pat him on the head.
Bungo sounds like the what was it from the first castle?
That's right, the Goblin Lord.
He
Dear
does.
sweet Ivaris.
No, he actually sounds like Mr. Hanky, or
Actually, I was going for Mr. Hanky and realized it sounded very much like the Goblin King. Dear sweet baby Ivaris.
baby Alden. Also, Alden, keep up.
Never.
8 pounds, 6 ounce baby Alden.
Dude, he's a halfling baby. He's not 8 pounds, 6 ounces.
Hey.
He's a
you
fat
mean-
baby.
Yes. You don't know how big he was born. He could be a giant halfling.
Bane.
You mean a ling?
A link.
And also, he could be, he doesn't have to be a newborn. He could be something like a 3-month-old baby.
True.
That wasn't detailed.
Anyone fed him since he became a baby?
He has starved to death.
I'll never tell.
I'm
because
No,
they're
all
dead
the
from
all the
being
food
starved
that
to
was in his stomach stayed there.
No one changed his
death. I feel
diaper?
like that would be worse.
Ivaris, just so you know, as a fellow halfling, baby halflings eat regurgitated food from its caretaker.
Oh my god.
This seems like a perfect job.
I have read biographies of halflings. That is not true.
This seems like a perfect job for Sizzler. He's probably used to that sort of thing.
That is incredibly racist.
Baby halflings don't have the stomach acids to break down food. It's up to you, Ivaris. to care for Alden.
Is Alden walking around? Is that?
No, Alton's in the quiver, I thought.
Oh, so by keep up would just mean move token. I see.
Yeah. I have superimposed myself above Ivaris. It's sort of like I am the parasite and he is my host.
As
I don't
seen in the
know-
documentary Parasite.
I don't know if we've ever gotten to the description of the hallway.
No, nope, we haven't. We seriously just spent the
I
last
opened it like 5 minutes ago.
15 minutes talking about Alden being a parasite and various other
I was thinking more like the Trill, but your way works too.
things. So you notice a very long hallway, and it seems to jut off in 2 separate areas. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna peek around this way. Because
All
that's
right.
a door, right? This is
Yep,
a door.
that is a door. So this hallway is super long,
Oh, shoot. I want to go through the door instead. That seems like a lot of walking.
and it seems like it juts off to the right.
Okay.
And then to the left up here.
Do we want to try the door?
Be careful.
Who's good at doors? Is anyone particularly good at like checking
I'm
the
done
traps?
with doors for the day.
Lina opens the door.
All right. The door.
20 vampires.
72 vampires shoot arrows at Lina.
Oh,
No.
man.
Lina, you discover what seems to be the remnants of a base camp. This room is strewn with rotten supplies and the remains of a fire pit. 3 bugbear corpses are heaped in a pile in the northeast.
Oh, man, if only Ulfgar was here, he would hug them.
To death again.
Hey,
How
guys.
fresh do the corpses look?
Not very fresh. They're not like rotting, but they're roll a nature check.
Funky, but not fresh.
Yeah, you
What?
You cut out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Lina, you have no idea how fresh they are. I mean, they seem not that fresh to you, but you can't tell exactly how many days old.
How'd they die? Were they stabbed?
You can't tell that either. They do not look like, it's not like they're torn apart or anything. It doesn't look like they have any visible stab wounds or arrow injuries or anything along those lines.
How old is the fire pit thing? Has it been used?
Yeah, it's completely out. The fire's completely out and cold, so you would imagine that it certainly wasn't in the last day.
We could rest here.
We could rest here, but what if whatever killed these guys kills us?
Bugbears are punks. I'm sure we can handle ourselves.
That's true. I vote rest. I would like to heal some more.
Well, let's clean this room up a little bit. At least get these bugbear corpses out of here if that's what we're gonna do.
Baby-proof.
All right, you guys gonna try to, Varus, you gonna try to move the bugbears out of the room?
Yeah.
Okay, as you're dragging their bodies sort of out into the hallway, you notice there's a scrap of paper left on the ground sort of under their bodies, or at least that wiggles free when you're moving their bodies.
I will check the scrap of paper, and then check the bodies to make sure I don't miss anything else after that.
Sure. You don't notice anything else that's on the body that seems like of worth or value or noticeable to you, but the scrap of paper written in common says, as many as there are stars in the sky.
Well, this is cryptic and maybe ominous and also unlikely. A lot of stars. There was an elven astronomer who spent 400 years trying to count them. He died of old age, and we don't think he got more than halfway.
That story was as exciting as his lifelong looking at the sky must have been. So, can we tidy up this camp or what?
That's what I've been doing.
Cast prestidigitation to clean it.
Drip will also, because obviously this is what we're doing now, also going to help and cast prestidigitation. That's a hard word to say.
Yeah, it really
is.
Do you guys
okay,
like to employ Sizzler's body disposal service? I can have my friend here eat one of the bugbear corpses.
That's gross. But yes.
Roberto gives some side eye to Lina.
She said yes afterward. She said, that's gross, but yes.
He
will wink with the side eye.
I'm gonna set Alden down and then check this hallway and make sure there's nothing waiting at the end of it.
Okay, sure. This hallway.
I'll go quiet.
Sure. This hallway actually just seems to loop around.
Okay, cool. I'll take watch in this hallway area, at least for the first half.
Okay.
Well, I'm also going to sing Song of Rest so that everybody heals a little bit faster.
Well, are you guys going to take a short rest or a long rest?
I'm fine with whatever.
Long rest.
Long rest.
Okay. All right. So I
Need
think
the spell slots?
I think if you guys are going to take a long rest, then what we'll do is we'll call that for the evening tonight. Alden, when you awake from your long rest, you will be normal-sized Alden again, but you will you will tear your little baby onesie that you had because it happens. So
it wasn't a baby onesie. I swaddled him in his own clothing.
So
no, I made him a baby onesie.
No, Drip made him a baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
he doesn't know when it's gonna happen, so
Yeah, so
he'll wake up and he'll be like naked,
right, exactly.
but normal.
I crit my pants.
Yeah, you'll just have like little pieces of baby onesie like all over the place, but you are normal Alden size again, and all of you are going to get the benefits of a long rest.
Alden, just so you know, that baby proof joke, it got me. It made me really laugh.
Also, Bungo, you'll be normal size again as well.
Hey, before everyone leaves, I just want everyone to know that in 33 minutes, it's Ivaris' 30th birthday.
Oh, hey!
Old as a real elf now.
You are welcome to the
old
club.
as shit, dog.
He's a grown-up now.
Welcome
Wow.
to the club.
Okay, wow, that's actually kind of really shocking because that's actually the same. He has the same birthday as my kid and my mom.
Wow!
Nice.
Welcome to the birthday.
Have you ever seen all three of us in the same room?
At the same time.
It's like a really weird, like 2/3 thing.
Really, it's like what would happen if you see a half Asian, half black, and full white person in the same room? That's shocking. Yeah, are they the same person?
Well, you wouldn't, because each one of us is, 2/3.
Fair enough.
Have you
Well,
ever heard
okay.
of the change?
Congratulations, buddy.
God. Yeah, have you ever heard of a changeling?
No? Shut up.
Tell me more.
Okay, you're all nuts. I love you all, and happy birthday, Ivaris. And I will.
Happy birthday!
I'll talk to you guys next week.
And certain circles are called doppelbangers.
Okay.
My God.
Bang!
Good night.
Damn near killed it.
And with that note,
Yeah. Good night.
Bye.
Good night. It's true though.
I don't even know what you were trying to say.